What do I look like, a fucking botanist? Some kind of plant, I don't know. Move out!
So guys, Console Drones here. We are going to talk about our trip to Anaheim for the 2014 Gamestop Expo. It was a lot different from last year out in LA. There was 2 days at the expo, as opposed to last year there was 1 day, so it was really tough to try and fit everything in. You know what, guys, want to talk about those 2 days?
Yeah, so like the first day they had the tournaments, and they also had like kind of like what they had last year, but it was actually on just that first day where they had the press conferences and stuff. They talked about like zombies and first-person shooter games and stuff. And then it was tournaments were nicely spread out, and they had all different types of tournaments going on. We did the UFC tournament.
Game of the year right there. Joe loves it.
Joe's favorite tournament. And then I liked, from what it was in Las Vegas, they had the tournament. It was super small and everything in the tournament area. This year it was actually nicely put together, nice leather couches.
Giant garage.
Yeah, pretty much a giant indoor garage.
And they had Smash Brothers, they had Halo 2, the new Anniversary Edition, Titanfall, Madden, UFC.
I think they had like Mario Kart too.
Yeah, they had
Street Fighter. Ultra Street Fighter.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They had the food, they had candy and stuff like that put out, and it was well replenished.
Next year, Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
Call of Duty tournament.
Call of Duty. I don't know which one to do then.
Yeah, if you guys had to choose, which one would it be?
Call of Duty.
I don't know. I'd probably play Mortal Kombat.
You get your ass kicked on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Have you seen those guys? Those guys.
Those guys.
Well, I wanted,
those guys that do the same move over and over.
No, it's not those guys. It's those guys that do the combo
I'm
that you
spammer.
can't fucking move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Call of Duty, I guess, but.
Yeah, we'll see. One thing about this year's expo was it was laid out more organized. It didn't seem, we didn't feel rushed as last year. We felt rushed because we wanted to see some of the press conferences, and we had a game tournament, and then we had to go see the expo, and it was just so hectic. But this year, since they split it up into 2 days, it was just so much laid back, and we didn't feel pressed to do anything.
It was a lot nicer that you didn't have to cram everything all in one day.
And this year they had VIP Plus, which the perk of that was supposed to be you're able to jump in line to play games, and I'd say 90% of the vendors there did not honor that. So
yeah, that was kind of unorganized.
This year that was a waste of money, and pretty sure next year it'll be a lot better.
I'm hoping next year.
Yeah, hopefully it will be. Yeah.
Next year in San Antonio, are we going?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going.
Going to San Antonio? Who's driving?
We all are. Yeah, we'll fly.
I'm flying. I ain't driving.
We'll take the Steel Bird.
Yeah.
So we got to play a ton of games at the expo. Not as many as we would have liked. We missed out on some of them. But if you couldn't tell, some of our favorites were, of course, Advanced Warfare. Mortal Kombat was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And Far Cry 4 was really fun. Chris, since you didn't really play too much, I know you played a little bit of Far Cry 3, but what do you think of Far Cry 4?
Far Cry 4 was pretty cool. I did the new mode. It was called Ride. You're riding on an elephant, and you can go ahead and just destroy enemies with the elephant, or shoot your shotgun and flip over cars. It's pretty cool. I know, Miguel, you played the same.
Just take out the village.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was just really hard to aim while you're moving the elephant.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement while you're on the elephant, but it kind of felt realistic, though, thinking about how big that thing is.
Yeah, and then I know Joe played a different mode.
Yeah, I had a chance to do the fly. So you jump on a gyrocopter, and you get to fly in, and they give you a grenade launcher. So as you're flying over the fortress and you're hovering over, you're just unloading on the enemy with grenades and just taking them out. It was really cool.
The graphics look really clean on it too.
Yeah.
The jungle environment and stuff.
Was it easy to fly?
It was a bit of a challenge.
How many times did you crash?
I didn't crash once, but I did get shot out of the sky. I mean, you are just like a sitting target up there. But I mean, if you were able to move around fast enough, But that's the challenge, is to move around fast without getting shot at and unload, your grenades and try and kill these guys.
Was it easy to control when you were flying?
It was.
Yeah.
It was fairly easy. I mean, it was just like 2 buttons. I think it was like the square button was ascend, triangle was descend, and then you had the triggers for your throttle. And,
Do we know what that third option is? I know they had.
oh,
ride.
it was
Stealth.
yeah, it
Was
was
it
the
stealth?
stealth one.
It
So
was stealth, okay.
each one they give you a different weapon choice. Fly gave you the grenade launcher. What did ride give you?
It was shotgun.
Shotgun.
Double
And I
barrel
know
shotgun.
stealth that gives you the crossbow. So each mode, allows different options.
And then on to Advanced Warfare.
That was really
Call
sweet.
it Call of Duty haters.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Call of Duty might win this one, depending on. I don't know about Battlefield Hardline. I haven't tried it yet, but Call of Duty was really sweet. It had a lot of good customization options and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that, and the game modes were sweet.
Yeah, I enjoyed the mechanics of the game. They did have a double jump, kind of like Titanfall, but this one is better than Titanfall because it seems like you have more control.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, okay, I'm going to double jump in the air and just kind of glide around a little bit and shoot at things. But this one, it had a purpose. I like the customization, the graphics. It was fun. That's the biggest thing, is I had more fun playing that than I have, I would say,
An any shooter, yeah.
No, not any shooter, but playing probably,
The Call of Duty series.
Destiny?
yeah,
Destiny's alright, but that's a different game.
that's a
in its
different
entirety.
game. But I would say it's better than Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield has its perks with the vehicles and the realism, but this Call of Duty is just fun.
It was a lot more fun, and we kind of judged it as, it's another Titanfall mod
Wannabe,
lookalike.
It's
and it turned out really, really cool.
And by the time we got to play Advanced Warfare, so much was unlocked from people playing it throughout the day. There were so many different weapons and so much to customize. Like, there's not a throwing knife, but I can't remember what the weapon is, but it's basically the same concept coming out of your glove.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was
know
like
how
a
to-
spike grenade.
It's a spike grenade.
Yeah, it shoots out. It's really cool.
Just takes them out.
Yeah.
And then also Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was sick. It was awesome. It was highly graphic. Almost nauseating to a point.
Because, you have your expectations for Mortal Kombat, and seeing the fatalities in the new one, our jaws just dropped. How graphic those fatalities are is just up here.
Well, comparing to what we saw in the trailer, we only got to see like the very first part of it.
Yeah.
But once we played the actual game and saw the fatality, it just kept going.
Yeah, the one that had us stunned was Scorpion's fatality. I'm sure you've seen it in the trailer. He blows a hole in their chest and their heart's just hanging there. But then it keeps going and he cuts off the front of their face and their brain's just hanging out and their tongue's wiggling around.
Oh man, it was very graphic. I can't wait to see the other fatalities when they come out.
And speaking of fatalities, they're supposed to reintroduce a new one. Any ideas what you think it'll be?
I'm hoping it'd be Animality. But there was the other one where we commit suicide.
Harakiri?
Harakiri, yeah.
I think Harakiri could have some potential in that game too.
I'm hoping for Animality. I just enjoyed the hell out of it. Watching, people, or watching the fighters turn into...
Bring
Different
back
animals.
babalities again.
No. Stupid. Or friendships. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Friendship again?
Again? Yeah.
Other games we got to play, Forza Horizon 2, which is coming out at the end of September. We will be playing it, a couple of us. I know I'll be playing it.
I'll be playing it.
I may not be involved in the review because I'll be doing Shadow of Mordor, but I will be playing Forza. What I liked about Forza is it's not your standard stay on the track racing game. It's more street racing. You're going through cornfields. It actually encourages you to go through them instead of staying on the streets.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They have the whole weather that goes around you, and that actually changes the effect of how you drive. And then they have the scenery around you. Actually, you see jets flying over you and stuff is really cool. So
The rain will screw you up big time.
But I like that because it adds a challenge. It doesn't seem like it's a mundane racer where you're just, just following the AI around the track. One thing I did like though is they still kept the, what do you call it, the AI shadow or the ghost.
Yeah.
I can't think of the technical, whatever they call it now, but they actually kept that. So when you're playing and you're racing across this open world, you still see, like, I'd see Prodigy drone or Demonic drone, driving, and I could sit there and I could mess with their cars if I wanted to,
Be an
or,
asshole.
totally be an asshole.
And we also got to play Forza Horizon 2 on the Mad Cat steering setup, which the best part about that setup was being able to sit down after walking around the expo for most of the day.
The force feedback on that thing really threw me off. I couldn't steer it at all. It was a little bit too much, I felt.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough. Another game I played, they got to see it a little bit, but I got to play Until Dawn, which is a new game coming out. It's kind of like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls, except it's a horror game, like Cabin in the Woods type game. And the demo I got to play, it has a lot of jump scares, and it has the potential for a good horror game. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it'd be fun one to watch.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't scare you too much while you're playing that.
We'll see.
Hopefully there
if I
are
play
any
it.
spiders in there.
Shut up. It's okay. You get to play
Evil Within?
Evil Within, buddy.
Alright, that'll be cool. We'll catch my reactions on that stuff too.
Get a
Pee my pants.
puke bucket.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, we did not get to play Shadow of Mordor, which I'm really excited to play. Comes out really shortly, end of September. And I'm really excited for the game. The line was just, it wasn't long, but
They didn't honor the VIP Plus.
they didn't honor
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
VIP
honored.
Plus. And people were playing, it was probably like a 15-minute demo per person, I'm just guessing.
From what I saw looking over the shoulder though, it looked pretty cool and enticing to play. So
I'm really excited for it.
yeah.
And I know Joe might be playing it also.
I'm really close to saying I'm gonna play it.
Another game we didn't get to play due to VIP Plus restrictions was Evolve. They had it at their own booth as well as the Microsoft booth, and neither one we got into.
Yeah, and I did speak with somebody that was in line with me. He was telling me about Evolve and he liked it a lot, so it seems like there's some potential there. Hopefully we'll get a chance to play it or review it.
I know Joe's really iffy about it.
I just don't see it sticking around. I mean, it's innovative, but it's just gonna be to the point where what else can you do? I mean, that's it. It's
Yeah.
like, instead of selling us a $60 game, why not just have it like an arcade game that offers that what do you call it? The unequal multiplayer where it's 1 against
4 on
4.
1, yeah. I think
We'll just have to wait and see what it offers.
I think it has
Yeah.
potential to be fun. Maybe for a short time, but I think it can be fun.
Yeah.
Evil Within, another one that Prodigy
Yeah.
really wanted to play.
I ran over there and they were closing the booths up, so there was no way for me to play it.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the expo. They were shutting it down, but
It'll be cool. I'll do the review
get
on
your
that.
chance,
I'll be
man.
scared, so
get your chance.
it'll be
Well,
fun.
What I'm excited about is it's made by Bethesda, so
Yeah.
the whole ESO or Elder Scrolls and Elder Scrolls Online and all that they bring to the table. I'm pretty excited. They tell stories very well, so
Yeah, it should be a good horror
Yeah.
story.
I got a chance to play Disney Infinity 2.0, and yeah, I mean it's
Disney game. It's a kid's game, but
a kid's game. It's
Those games just get so expensive with having to buy
all the little
pieces.
figures and the discs and stuff. So I have 2 kids. I will not be buying this for my kids, but
He's not gonna buy it for his kids. He's gonna buy it for himself.
yeah, I'll buy it for myself. Just to collect all the little figures.
we'll be on
But
the
I mean,
lookout
it's-
for that during Christmas time.
Yeah.
I'll be playing that.
No, I will buy Disney Infinity if they come out with the Star Wars edition. I will buy that.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
But what if they
that'd
have
be cool.
Venom?
They have Venom.
Yeah, Venom's there.
They have Venom, Spider-Man, Carnage. Steve
I actually
Rogers.
have a picture of me and Venom.
Yeah, I got a picture of me and Spider-Man.
The real one, he was sitting right behind
He
me.
was licking
And he liked it.
It was amazing.
We also got to play Dying Light, which can be very nauseating.
Yeah.
I was really excited for this game. I got to try it out, and I was just like, where am I? I just got turned around so much and disoriented in that game.
Oh man, totally disorienting for sure.
The camera is just all over the place. I mean, even when you just simply pull the trigger to attack, the camera goes like so many different directions just for you to swing a
You
bat.
can't
It's
tell
like,
where you're
holy
swinging
crap.
that spike bat at.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't know
just
what's
like,
going
what the
on.
hell?
Oh, I missed him. Oh, missed him again.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I
Somebody
mean,
revive me.
with the headset on, it was cool to hear all the zombies around you and stuff, but it was
Yeah.
just too much movement.
I
So,
think I had my headset on backwards though.
so it was probably more confusing for you then.
I was turning the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is the first time that they're introducing a first-person zombie. Well, not. It's kind of like a, what is it?
Dead Island.
Huh?
Like
Dead
a Dead
Island.
Island type.
Well, it's kind of like Dead Island, but it's also like crap. What's the one on PS4? The free run game. I'm trying. Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's
It's
Edge.
like Mirror's Edge with zombies. So you can free run and you can jump and you can
Get
punch
dizzy.
and stuff, and yeah, it's never been done before, but at the same time, the way they did it, it just seems like
Controls seem really squirrely.
Yeah.
squirrely, and the camera.
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
is, Yeah.
Get dizzy really easily.
Yep.
Joe got a short chance to play WWE 2K15.
It wasn't a short chance. It just I didn't want to.
He made it a short
I
chance.
made it a short chance. I picked it up, and I played the THQ games on Nintendo 64, and ever since those games, no wrestling game has ever compared or come close to those games as far as controls go. I mean, yeah, graphically, it's beautiful. You know, the crowd looks beautiful. The wrestlers look beautiful.
We miss you, THQ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we miss you,
I agree.
THQ.
That was
I
the best
mean,
wrestling
you
game.
know, WCW, NWO,
No Mercy.
No Mercy, or WWE No Mercy, the World Tour, WrestleMania 2000. You know, all of those games were awesome, and you know the control schemes were there. They just needed to improve on the graphics, but then everything just went south. So I noticed when I did pick it up, they tried to attempt to, when you grapple, you have to move the right and left stick, kind of like UFC, to match the other players. So it's like they kind of stole that from EA a little bit. I mean,
We don't talk about UFC.
And
Yeah,
kind
we
of
don't
wish
talk about
Sting
this.
was there signing autographs.
yeah, Sting wasn't there. It's like he's the guy that they're pushing off for the game, but they had Seth Rollins. It's like, I mean, I would have been even happy if John Cena was there because he's
That
on the
would've been awesome
cover,
too,
you
yeah.
know, or Hulk Hogan because they have the Ultimate Hulkamania edition. But Seth Rollins was there, and it was like, oh, cool, that's Seth Rollins. Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else. But overall, you know, the game, unless the booth demo is different from the release, you know,
Time will
I'll
tell.
probably give it a shot, but there's
Time
no
will tell,
guarantee,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Alien Isolation. We did not get to play it, but
I was kind of, I wanted to do it, but I didn't because I knew it was going to be a scary game. But they actually had the opportunity where they had a giant alien pod, and you could go inside the pod, put your headset on, and they would close you in it to where it was complete, total darkness. It was just you and the TV, and you know, an alien and one alien. So I wanted to play it, but at the same time, I was too chicken shit to do it. So.
so Alien,
Evil Within.
Evil Within, Until Dawn.
Yeah.
We'll see if you play Alien.
Yeah, we'll have videos, you know, showing us the
Us.
drone scared shitless.
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna have
One game for each of us.
yeah.
pee our pants.
You could pee your pants.
I don't want to do that. I did that already.
So we also got to play Sunset Overdrive, which was very different, but there was a lot going on the screen. I know from what I got to play.
Yeah, it was overwhelming, and it was more of a style type of game. It was like a Jet Set Radio, and you know, doing your grinds and flips and stuff while you're shooting. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah, if you're not moving around playing, if your character's not moving around grinding rails and stuff while shooting, you're not gonna get very much out of it as far as experience or points or
Yeah,
anything
your
like
bonus
that.
points and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the map that we were playing on, but the map seemed kind of small too. I mean, with so much that was going on the screen and going on around you, to have it on a small map, it's like a mindfuck. You know, you're just like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on? You know.
I like the game setup that they had at the expo though, because we were able to chat with people on the other side of the expo floor. There was like screens all the way across. I'd probably say about 6 on each side, and the other guys were talking to us about like bacon, wrap bacon and stuff. It was pretty fun,
It was just a
talking
bacon
amongst people.
conversation.
Well, anytime you're playing with people that want to talk,
Yeah, it's pretty
you're
fun,
gonna have
you know.
fun. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was overwhelming and stuff like that. But the game seems fun. It looked cool. I mean, with cool weapons and stuff that you get.
And they had them all unlocked since it was the demo, and there were a lot of cool weapons in that
Yeah.
game.
And another cool thing was the more kills you got with that particular weapon, you were able to upgrade that weapon. So it had like different stages. Like you could set traps and, each time the trap went off, you would get, points or experience for that.
Which is like leveling up that weapon.
Leveling up that weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Assassin's Creed Unity, we didn't really get to see too much of, did we?
No, because they had a booth. The Ubisoft booth was mostly about Far Cry 4. They did have, which I thought was cool, all of the costumes from each Assassin's Creed. So
all set up along.
all
took
set up
pictures
all
on
along the
that.
wall.
That's nice.
They did have a video about Assassin's Creed Rogue, which they showed a little bit of, but I mean that's the video that's everywhere right now. I'm excited to play Unity because it's the first time that it's a multiplayer co-op for Assassin's Creed, and the maps are huge, and
Yeah,
I'm just stoked.
Like from the previous Assassin's Creed we were talking about, we really wish we could have played together in a multiplayer thing, and now they're actually going to have that in Unity. I think Joe and I are going to enjoy that when we
Yeah.
review that one. So
We'll stick to Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, go ahead, that's fine. I
That
mean,
works.
that's Shadow of Mordor is Assassin's Creed, but in Lord of the Rings universe. So.
Well, I just played the first Assassin's Creed, and
Or it's like
that was
Batman.
that was a nope.
Well,
No
yeah,
thanks.
I mean, the first Assassin's Creed compared to Assassin's Creed Black Flag is just like, oh my god, It was monotonous. Go over here, collect this banner. Go over here, collect this banner. Go over here, assassinate this person. But now they've added, a story, and you're engrossed in it. So, I don't know. I can't sell you Assassin's Creed on just the first one. You have to play at least Assassin's Creed 3 or Assassin's Creed 4.
I had to find time to play Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
I want to be playing Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor.
alright, so the next one we have is it's Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus, and that was on the PS Vita. And I know Joe actually got to play the game. What did you think about it when you were playing there?
So it's from a company, Xseed. What they do is they take a Japanese game and they translate it and they run it through QA a little bit and tweak some things, camera angles and stuff. But it's an import game. So if you've ever played Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22 for the PS1, with your import card or whatever, if you've ever played it, it's a lot like that, but it's with chicks, and they're female ninjas, and each female ninja represents a different school, and the battle damage that it's awesome about the game. I mean, it's kind of like,
And they got like these.
I feel like a perv talking about it.
They
It's
got
like, when they show battle damage, their clothes fall off.
Yeah.
So, these women with very large breasts and very attractive women.
Yeah, they're sexy, busty women.
Yeah, I
They
mean it's
get different
typical. It's a
outfits and-
typical anime game, where all the women are sexy, big-breasted.
Yeah, with like a Dynasty Warriors atmosphere, right?
Yeah, it's like Dynasty Warriors, and in the boss battles, you have power-ups and scrolls every time you use a scroll. I think you collect 3 scrolls, you change your uniform, and you collect 3 more. You get to perform a special attack, and it's all animated and it's beautiful. I can't wait to see it come out for the PS4.
Which I think is next year. Yeah.
Next year, so it should be out in October for the PS Vita, and I might just pick up a PS Vita just for this one game.
So I'm guessing you didn't win a Vita?
No, I didn't win a
I'm
Vita.
guessing I didn't win a Vita either.
Yeah, I didn't win either, so there goes that. But go ahead and check out the Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus video that we have down on the page as well. It's an interview that we did with Kelly from Xseed,
Yeah.
so you'll get more information on that game.
Another game we got to play, even though it is available now, was Destiny. And we got to play that in the PlayStation van,
Yeah.
the PlayStation van that they had. And they had a bunch of different modes. You could play online with other players since it had just come out that day. And they also had the story I got to play online with other players, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't pick up Destiny. These two picked up Destiny.
Yeah, I've been playing that for quite a bit now, and we just got our review up. We're going to be doing a video review soon, so be on the lookout for that. But it's a pretty sweet game. I enjoy it. The more you play it, the better it gets.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's the one thing about Destiny is to play it, to enjoy it, you have to play it for more than 20 hours. Because, you know, to just simply play it just for the story, you're not going to have fun at all.
Yeah, if you're just sitting there grinding and grinding and grinding,
Yeah.
you're going to get bored.
Yeah.
It's better when you interact with people, and hopefully you find some people out there that use their mics. I have only ran into a couple of people, and then of course, you know, calling up Joe or something like that saying, hey, you want to play some Destiny, and I'm actually
Right.
chatting, interacting. But when you're doing it by yourself and grinding, it can get pretty bland.
It gets boring. But more on that when we do our review, and we'll go into depth and stop it silly. One other game we did play, though, it was in the trailer, Drive Club. I played Drive Club last year in Vegas, when they were releasing when they had the PS4 booth. Compared to this year playing Drive Club, I enjoyed this year a lot better because, one, it seemed like the car was attached to the track and it wasn't just kind of floating. Two, the AI was more aggressive. Like if you tried to pass, an AI opponent on the left, it would swerve over to cut you off, so you couldn't get by.
3, they didn't have the camera, so you didn't have to see everyone's faces.
That was one of the things last year that turned me off of Drive Club because I was like, okay, this is like a racing game with Facebook in it.
It's like racing their ghosts. Basically,
it's like, it was annoying because you would have like streams popping up as you're driving. It's like, I don't care about these streams. I just want to frickin' race. But it seems like I don't know if this was a different mode that I was playing, but it changed. So maybe I was playing, like a single player, and what I played last year was the multiplayer.
Weren't you playing for a PlayStation 4 on that?
No, it was PlayStation Vita.
It was a Vita. It was for the Vita. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Vita kit, but stupid curbs.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you didn't make it because of the curb.
Because of a curb. I mean, beautiful game, but there's a little curb on the track that just
Killed your time, huh?
yeah.
So the show floor was a lot larger this year than it was last year, which allowed them to have some really big props. Like they had the Batmobile, which was awesome.
Batmobile
The
was
full
insane.
size
Full-size
Batmobile,
Batmobile on the floor.
Wish we could have drove it home back there.
I wish I
tried
could have
to.
just transformed it to tank mode and started blasting people.
And then they also had the Warthog
Crazy.
from Halo.
Yeah.
Warthog.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
Warthog was sweet.
Along with the cosplay, there were some good cosplays out there. The 405th was there.
The 405th Spartan Infantry was there. We also saw a guy from the 501st, which is the Star Wars garrison.
Darth Vader.
He was dressed as Darth Vader. The Power Rangers were there.
Power Rangers. We saw Master Chief, and he was like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, the guy was huge. Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Saw an orc.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
from Shadow of Mordor. There were attendees that dressed up in cosplay too.
A lot of Batmans. There was a Batman contest.
There was a
that's
Batman
going on.
contest, yeah.
So everyone was dressed up like Batman.
Chris was there making fun of him the whole time.
It was pretty funny.
It was like, where is she?
Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
Along with that, we got to see a lot of controllers and headsets. One of the controllers was specifically designed for the new Mortal Kombat game coming out. Joe, you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, it was in the Afterglow booth. They had it was a really cool setup. They had this clear plexi window, and behind it was like a LED projection TV or whatever. So when you walk up, it showed Scorpion, and then it would fade away, and it would actually show the controller. And what they did was they removed the right stick for like the Xbox. They were showing the Xbox controller, and it almost looks like an old school Sega Genesis controller with the 6 buttons. So I was really excited to see that. So it had X, A, Y, B, and then it had like L, B, and RB. So I could see, not worrying about the bumpers as much, but you'd have everything right there to where your right hand is specifically for the buttons and not worrying about the stick or the camera or anything like that. Even though you never used it, it's just nice that they got rid of it and made more space.
Then Afterglow also had a new headset that you guys got to see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It sounded really nice, and this had like a ambient sound microphone on the back of the headset, and basically that would block out like background noise, so you wouldn't hear like dogs barking or, you know, the kids crying in the background. It was really cool, and it was boomlet. It was a boomless mic, so there was no boom on it, so it was pretty cool.
You can hear somebody's mom saying, "Stop slamming the goddamn screen door!
Turn that goddamn game off!
Turn that game off!"
So it would be pretty handy to get. Check those out. Those are pretty cool. I think that was for the PlayStation, right? The PS4.
Yeah, that was for the PS4. They couldn't. There was some legal issues with the Xbox Microsoft version right now, but Afterglow did say that they had the PS4 out. It also had a charging dock, so it was a conductive charger. So you just rested the two contacts on the stand, and it would charge the headset, which I thought was really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so you didn't have to worry about batteries or anything like that. You know, you just
It was all just
when you're done, you hang it up at the end of the game, and
That's nice.
by the time you go plug it back in,
Well, I don't have to worry about batteries. I gave him that headset to worry about.
No,
Well, mine, I
don't
have to
have
plug
any.
it in, so.
yeah. Actually, I have the Microsoft Xbox One headset, and I haven't had any issues, other than the
Ears.
actual ear muffs. My ears sweat like there's no freaking tomorrow. So
Sweaty ear syndrome.
yeah.
And I just
Sweaty
got
ears.
those XO4 Turtle Beaches, which are nice. I like those a lot.
So at the expo, they had an exclusive comic, The Death of Wolverine, and they also had, during one of the time frames, Greg Horn, the artist, the illustrator of the comic there, so we could get it signed. So we got a couple of those comics, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
that was
it
pretty
was cool
sweet,
meeting
yeah.
him, and that was a cool thing that they did honor our VIP Plus passes
Yeah.
with that. So everybody was lined up, and it was zigzagging back and forth, and then one of the head guys came over and said, Who all has VIP Plus?
Yeah.
And everybody raised their hand, most everybody, and they said, okay, all the VIP Plus people will stay right here. And we all got to get our comic signed,
Which was really cool, yeah.
which was cool. The only thing that did suck is that they were only signing 2 comics
At
it
a
was
time,
like- at a time. It's like, well, if we paid for them, can we just sign them? Or can he just sign them?
Yeah, and the cutoff for the 2 comic thing was right before I got there, so.
Yeah.
It was like the next one in line, like, oh, now we're only doing 2.
So and there was,
And then, another unrelated to actual video games, Anki?
Anki.
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 They-
Anki is, if you get a chance, check it out. I think it's Anki.com. It is, it's a little, not little, but it's a RC track. It's not slotted like you think it would be. It's on a flat piece of vinyl.
And it has digital code in it,
Yeah,
right?
the vinyl in the vinyl itself, it has code printed on the track. So when you put your car down, you sync the car to a phone, iPad, or a tablet, and you can control which lane the car is in. The car will go around the track, but you actually get to control the lane, and the cars shoot, and they have like a tractor beam function. Which
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
The
I lost.
The weapon that I had was like a pulse missile type thing.
I had
And I
like
could shoot
machine
that in
gun.
front of a car, and it would actually like stop, and it would spin off the track. It was a really fun toy. I thought it was
Yeah, and if it
exciting.
got turned around, it automatically turn you back around since you're not actually controlling the steering. It would just read the code and know which way to go and turn around and go.
And you can control the throttle and stuff, the speed of the car, which was pretty cool.
And then we also got to see another controller by Tier 1.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
so-
Cami Plastics had their Tier 1 controller. They are right now. I think they have a PS3 and an Xbox 360
Yeah,
controller,
that's the versions I have right
which
now.
I thought was cool. It's the normal layout, but what they added was normally, you use your trigger fingers for the bumpers and the triggers. Well, what they did was they put in 2 buttons behind the controller where these 3 fingers sit, and it's a click button. It's not like a squeeze type, so you could program it for a trigger, and you could almost get that split-second response to where you just click that button and the trigger's pulled.
Or melee for when you
Or-
like squeeze
yeah.
your control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which would be really cool. And aren't all the buttons fully programmable? You can program.
They
each
are
button.
programmable, and what they did was they actually added a timed delay in it, so you could legally use this controller and not worry about, it getting banned or anything like that, because there is a time delay between each program button press.
Cool.
So thanks for checking out our video, guys. If you want to leave a comment down below, tell us what games you've played out of this list, what games you're excited to play, and for the ones that you have played, what do you think about them?
Yeah, and if you saw us at the expo,
Yeah,
kudos.
give us a shout out.
Yeah, these were the shirts we were wearing, so, I know we got a lot of kudos for our shirts. Look for, coming soon, we will have more t-shirts on the site, so
Wow, t-shirts on the site for sale and everything later on.
later on, so stay tuned.
Check out consoledrones.com, follow us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook,
And subscribe to
and
our
subscribe
YouTube
to the YouTube channel. And there's more to come. We will have our Destiny video review coming up soon. Shadow of Mordor soon to come.
Forza Horizon 2.
Forza Horizon 2 soon to come, along with that giant list on our dates and perks page.
Yeah,
We'll see what we can get to for October and November.
Oh yeah.
There are like 25 games in those 2 months.
Plus with Grand Theft Auto in the midst of it too.
Grand Theft Auto is going to just take our lives away. Sorry guys, there may not be any other reviews because Grand Theft Auto on the 1 and the 4 will be out in November.
Oh, steal our souls again.
Yep.
I wish I still had it.
I got it.
Thanks for watching.
Outstanding. Finish him! What do I look like, a fucking botanist? Some kind of plant, I don't know. Move out! You did what you had to do. Fatality.